Alright, here we go. Hello, Jar. We meet again for round 2. Or is it technically 3? Either way, I'm back to you. So, I apologize for the quality of my previous video. I admit it was an emotionally charged mess. But as I promised, I made a better and more organized one. My opinion of your video hasn't swayed. I still think it's shit. And hopefully this video can better highlight why. Let's do it for real this time. Also, excuse how my voice sounds, I kind of have a sinus infection. First point. This is regarding the name NeoCC. Well, first, you actually call us cucks, which I don't understand. Typically, that word is used against male feminists, which is ironic since most of the community is anti-feminist. Only like 3 of us are feminists, so you come up with a better label. On to your actual NeoCC bullshit. Shouldn't that be the name for the Alt-CC? The prefix neo means new, and the CC is not new at all. I think you got this whole thing backwards, bud. Second point. You bring up commentators changing avatars between videos, and sometimes during videos. This point is completely moot since you fail to provide any examples, which hilariously enough is something you profess is the reason you have so many fans. Anyway, some of us have avatar changes because some of us change avatars between videos to try new ones out. I mean, I myself switch avatars for different types of videos. I use Lara Croft as my standard avatar, Paige for whenever I feel like being different, Tracer for feminism videos, Lady Maria for SAC commentaries, Quiet for burst fire commentaries, and Eva for one-shots and two-shots. Granted, people like Susie and Blaze of Arcana take this a bit too far, but there's nothing really worth complaining about here on the surface. Third point. You say we go after topics we know nothing about, and give an example of MDXLR doing a bad one-shot on someone. This doesn't work because no one's perfect, and we're bound to make a bad video at some point. Just arbitrarily bringing up one failed video can't represent all videos branching out of typical niches. Hell, my niche is feminism, and I'm still figuring out how to gain ground on those videos. More on that later, though. Foreshadowing. Fourth point. You complain about one-shot commentaries. Now, here's the thing. One-shot commentaries don't have the best reputation with us anymore. People still make them, sure, they have the right to, but no one really promotes them anymore. They started popping up when YouTube comments had a character limit. But to go on a bit further, leaving a comment has the risk of that comment being buried under thousands of other comments and never being seen. That's why making a video is a better option. It's easier to find, and you can explain yourself better. Fifth point, nitpicks. This is kind of hard to approach. My first problem is your example. You bring up TP's video on Morgan, where he points out Morgan's poor sound editing. Now, I usually let nitpicks slide if they have a point, which TP did. Besides, he's a commentator known for having high standards for editing, so that's not really something I've heard of from him. It doesn't matter if the problem is small. If it gets to a point where you had to mention it, it's a problem that should be fixed, like all flaws. Also, nice job nitpicking TP's speech impediment. You know, something he can't control. Oh, and nice job nitpicking his hyperbolic behavior, too. So who's really nitpicking here, you fucking tin man? 6th point. Commentary material playlists, aka the beginning of his rant on me. So for some odd reason, you use my commentary material playlist as a reason why you hate all of them. Your main problem is that my playlist is full of anti-SJW videos. Not that you liked any of the videos in the playlist, but the sheer fact that they're in there. You don't even say anything like, have some originality. It just makes you look ass hurt. As for why one of your videos ended up there twice, it was a mistake. I thought your video wasn't there when it was. I fixed it, so shut up. 7th point, the rest of your rant on me. And yes, this is still the worst part. You point out that barely any commentaries of mine are on anti-feminists. You conclude that because of the DP incident from a year ago, that I don't have the balls to commentate on anti-SJWs because they would respond to me. You think that I just want others to take all the hate in my place, and proceed to hammer in the point that I'm pathetic. Okay, let me explain something to you right here, right now. If I had all the time in the world to commentate on the videos in that playlist, I definitely would. It's not this bullshit reason you've concocted that I don't want to get any hate, y'all. And I love how you don't consider that I want someone else to give their own perspective on those videos better than I ever could. Nah, wait, you wouldn't do that. If you did, you wouldn't be able to make me look worse than I actually am. You know who's pathetic, Jar? You. You're a liar and a petty hypocrite, always changing the stories to suit the listener. You're not the silent minority, and you're definitely not something special or unique. Think hard. You have considerably more subscribers than I do, and here you are trying to beat down someone with a smaller channel. You must feel so good about yourself. Fuck you. 8th point. This is regarding because of course it wouldn't be a Jar video if he didn't bring her up once. It's about her debacle with Dylan Thomas. Okay, first, no. We didn't go after Dylan because he disagreed with Susie. It was because he was badly defending you and cherry-picked pedantic examples to try and hide a grander scheme so you can still come across as the better person. Essentially, he was enabling you. Final point. You talk about the double standards of the community, how if you made a bunch of videos on us, it'd be considered reviving dead drama. Plenty of other people debunked this point for me in the comments section, so most I'll say is that that's not an argument. That's a deflection, or an appeal to hypocrisy. All in all, this video was shit. It's just 16 minutes of you grasping at straws and attaching minor problems to all of us in the hopes to establish some bullshit narrative you can't seem to function without. And like I said before, it really does make you sound like you have a superiority complex. Anyway, again, I'll see you all in the Q&A. It's recorded and ready to get worked on at last. Later.